Welcome to help you with type 2. This creative video gives an overview of type 2 diabetes. I hope you enjoy it. Dear friend, you know we go way back. We've been together since day one. I'm your body. Every second of every day I work for you. I keep your heart beating, lungs breathing, brain thinking, kidneys filtering, and trillions of cells doing thousands of different jobs. Most of the time you don't even notice. That's kind of the point. But since we're living with type 2 diabetes, my job is harder. I just want to make sure that you know that your actions make a huge difference for me. I know you understand maintenance. Just look at that car. You change the oil, check the tires, follow the maintenance schedule. When a warning light comes on, you don't say, "Oh, it'll be okay. I don't notice anything." You get it checked out. You never wait until the car is broken. You deal with it because you want it to keep working and avoid trouble. I'd like that same deal. I don't always give early warning signs of trouble, so I need routine checkups too. Come on, cars are replaceable. I'm not. Don't even get me started on those dogs. We walk them rain or shine. That's great for me too. You research it to ensure quality food and limit their table scraps. You keep up with their checkups, trim their nails, and brush their teeth. They even sleep in our bed. But here's the important part. You do your best for them. You don't set the bar at perfection and then get discouraged when things go awry. Their care is your routine. You hang in there and do what's best. That's what it's all about. Your vacations, gotta love that. You deserve R&R for your mental health. You even try to work some in every day. Me, I have the same responsibilities even when we're on vacation. Always behind the scenes, I work hard for you 24/7. I wish diabetes was just about too much glucose in the blood, but poorly managed diabetes can affect my metabolism, heart, blood vessels, kidneys, eyes, nerve, feet, liver, brain, and muscles. And those complications, well, they are my biggest fear. I really need to talk to you about this because I rely on you to protect us. Don't get me wrong, I know you work at it. You see, inside me, millions of chemical processes are going on all the time. Chemicals aren't bad. That's what I'm all about. I've heard the saying, chemistry is life, and believe me, it is literally true. You certainly don't have to understand all this to see one thing clearly. I am doing an incredible amount of hard work every minute of every day. Let's get down to my amazing stuff. Starting with my heart and blood vessels. My heart beats about 100,000 times a day, moving blood through thousands of miles of blood vessels. My vessels aren't like a garden hose. The lining is living tissue. Blood vessels move nutrients, hormones, and oxygen. They repair themselves. They expand and contract to control blood flow and blood pressure. Type 2 diabetes can make this system more vulnerable over time. Many factors play a role in my circulation health. Blood glucose, blood pressure, fat, smoking, body weight and fat distribution, kidney health, activity, food choices, and genetics all matter. That's why good diabetes care isn't just, what's my A1C? The questions are my risk factors managed? Is my lifestyle helping or hurting? Am I taking medications that are proven to improve health? These are all powerful tools in our diabetes care toolbox. Headquarters central, my brain. It needs healthy nerves, a steady blood supply, so healthy blood vessels. You learned long ago that uncontrolled risk factors raise my chance of having a stroke and can affect memory and thinking as we age. So many of the choices you've made over the years have helped me. Those behaviors, even through the challenges, protect me more than just in one place. Some have been easier than others, yet you keep plugging away at it, and that is huge for me. You get extra professional help when you need it, You prioritize fitness even when it's not convenient. You quit smoking. You follow through on medical care. You eat healthy food, and you get enough quality sleep. You take the reins with your healthcare team on these, and I'm an impressive return on your investment. Now, here's something people often misunderstand about me. Body fat isn't just about storage. Adipose, or fat tissue, is an active metabolic organ. It stores energy, releases hormones and other chemical signals. It affects how well insulin works. Where fat is stored also matters. Fat around abdominal organs, called visceral fat, poses the greatest health risk. Extra visceral fat worsens insulin resistance, alters my blood fats to a riskier profile, and is associated with liver disease, heart disease, and other metabolic problems. The good news, if overweight, even losing 5% of body weight improves all these things, with more benefit with more weight loss. Less excess fat makes a body's job a whole lot easier. I had mentioned my liver. It's an organ people don't always connect with type 2 diabetes. This part of me is a metabolic powerhouse. It alone performs more than 500 vital functions. It processes nutrients, makes important proteins, sends and receives messages, handles many medications. It helps manage blood glucose by storing and releasing glucose. A serious issue, one that is finally getting attention, is the fact that fat can build up inside my liver cells. Previously called fatty liver, today it's called MASLD, metabolic dysfunction associated steatotic liver disease. It's common in people with type 2 diabetes and obesity. Sometimes it stays mild, yet in some people it progresses to inflammation, scarring, and serious liver disease. That's why liver health has gotten more attention in modern type 2 diabetes care. MASLD is another reason weight management is now getting the attention it deserves, why obesity is being addressed and treated as the complex metabolic disease that it is. Next up, my nerves. Think of them as my communication system. They carry messages between your brain and almost every part of me. Responsible to feel pain, heat, cold, pressure, and touch. Some help move your muscles. Others help control things that you don't have to think about, like digestion, heart rate, sweating, bladder, and sexual function. Over time, poorly managed risk factors can damage my nerves. Diabetic neuropathy is a common complication. Because nerves can be damaged in different ways, symptoms may include a variety of things like numbness, tingling, burning, or pain. Pain is my natural alarm that something is wrong. If you don't feel it, you don't know about it. The first place neuropathy typically shows up is in the feet. That's why I need you to look at your feet every day. You may not feel a blister, a cut, or a sore. If you find a problem, address the issue and then make sure it's healing. Because remember that circulation can also be affected by healing and can also affect healing, and it can be slower. Be sure and schedule our annual foot exam for sensation and vibration. More often if there's a problem. The providers are used to doing this. Now meet my two hardest workers, my kidneys. They're each about the size of a computer mouse, yet don't let their size fool you. They filter blood all day long. They help control fluid, minerals, blood pressure, and waste. They even make red blood cells and help me recover from low blood glucose. Each kidney has about 1 million tiny filtering units. Here's the tricky part. Unmanaged risk factors can damage those delicate fibers. Early and even moderate kidney damage doesn't hurt. That's why I need you to make sure you get the recommended lab tests. They are EGFR and UACR. Your provider will know what those stand for. One is a blood test and the other one is a urine sample. Both are needed. When problems are found, there are powerful ways to help protect my kidney function. Kidney disease used to be progressive, and now with treatment, it can even improve. Now take a look at my eyes. In the very back of each eye is my retina. The retina is a network of tiny blood vessels and specialized nerve cells that convert light into signals your brain turns into vision. The same concept. Uncontrolled risk factors can cause damage to those tiny vessels. And once again, darn it, I may not give you any early warning. I just quietly try to do my best with what I have. Your vision can be just fine even while problems are brewing. Again, that's why I really need you to get that dilated eye exam they recommend. Remember, you got one when you were first diagnosed, and you get them every year or two based on your doctor's recommended timing. You've been great. The work you do to control my glucose, blood pressure, and fats has given us continued healthy eyes. I especially want to point out the work you've done on weight management, as that has helped all three of those. Now, here's my very favorite. I've given you more than 600 muscles, and they do a lot more for us than just move your arms and legs. My muscles are one of my biggest glucose users. My favorite tool in your self-care toolbox is physical activity. When you're active, my muscles pull in more glucose. That activity helps me use insulin better. That's why walking the dogs, the yard work, even those brief stand up and move around every 30 minutes of sitting helps keep my muscles strong. I cannot wait until you meet your goal of getting up from the floor without props or getting irritated. I'm so glad you don't think you need a gym, fancy workout clothes, or supplements. You just keep it simple. I'm loving those resistance bands and your new balance moves. This helps prevent falls and supports my bones and mental health. You've got this. Promise me you'll keep at this as we get older. I need these muscles. I know you want to stay independent. Every time you move, I'm thanking you. The changes you've made the past 2 years in what, how much, and how often you eat are remarkable. Remember how much gut trouble you had? Feeling bloated is gone, and you don't wax and wane between constipation and diarrhea. So much is better because of all the plant foods you eat now. They feed my gut microbes that interact with the rest of my health. Now, fast food is your takeout Mexican restaurant for that whole wheat black bean burrito with extra avocado. With those behaviors, you've dropped 10% of your body weight and kept it off. You don't complain of hunger. That muesli and kefir for breakfast is your no-brainer start of the day. You've started growing some vegetables in your container garden, and you eat fruit and vegetables every day. Can't remember the last time you wasted any produce you bought. You made those changes gradually for yourself. You amazed me. Always knew you could. Your blood pressure is now controlled with less medicine, and you started on a GLP. You make sure you get enough protein and water. Along with your added strength training, you've maintained your muscle mass even with weight loss. So congrats. We need to pat ourselves on the back regularly. I truly thank you for the attention to self-care and appreciate the much healthier lifestyle, the routine medical care and evaluations, and even that weekly injection you quickly realized was not as big of a deal as you thought. I do my best for you too, so we're in this together. Thanks for joining me today. In 40 years of working with people with diabetes, I know diabetes self-management can be daunting. I've seen more often than not people rise to the occasion. There are even times when I can honestly say people become healthier because of their diabetes diagnosis. It was the wake up call to make the changes they've been planning on doing for a lot of years. Please subscribe, like, and comment to help my videos reach more folks looking for authentic type 2 diabetes help. For today, give yourself credit.